All right, Hastings, let's get right into it. Here's your local outlook for Friday, April 3rd. We're going to cover all the weather you need to know for the day and then take a pretty cool look back in time, all thanks to today's report from HastingsNow.
You know, I just love how our source for this explainer put it. That really says it all, doesn't it? It's one of those classic early April days we all know so well around here, and that quote, it just perfectly captures that cozy, local vibe. So what does a classic April day look like this time? Well, we're kicking things off with a chilly, gray morning, and it's only going to get wetter as we move through the day. Yep, a true Minnesota welcome to spring.
Let's talk numbers. The high for today, it's only going to hit about 39 degrees Fahrenheit. So yeah, this is definitely a day for a real coat, not just wishful thinking.
And it's not like things are warming up tonight either. The low is expected to dip down to 34. So the big theme for the next 24 hours is pretty simple. Stay warm.
Okay, so this little table gives you the whole story at a glance. You see the high of 39 and the low of 34 we just talked about. But here's the key thing to look at, the precipitation. There's a 50-50 shot of showers after 1 p.m., but then that jumps to a sure thing tonight. Wind's going to be pretty light to start, then pick up a bit from the east. It's a great little summary.
Seriously, if you have anything you need to get done around town, the morning is absolutely your best bet. Yeah, it'll be chilly, it'll be cloudy, but it is going to be the driest part of the day. So if you've got to be outside, do it early.
But as soon as we get past lunchtime, you're going to notice a shift. The whole forecast pivots, and that's right about when you'll be glad you have that umbrella handy.
And this chart here shows you exactly what I'm talking about. That chance of rain really kicks into gear after 1 o'clock. It's just a great visual reminder that any afternoon plans are going to need to be flexible and probably involve a raincoat. So how do you prep for a day like this? Well, the source breaks it down into 4 super simple steps. 1. Wear a real coat. 2. Keep that umbrella close for the afternoon. 3. Get your errands done early. And 4. Just go ahead and start making indoor plans for tonight. Couldn't be clearer. All right, let's focus on this evening, because this is when the weather really commits to being wet. The rain is going to settle in and pretty much make itself at home for the night. And just look at this jump. We go from a 50% chance in the afternoon to 100% tonight. That's a flat-out guarantee of rain, and the report even mentions we could see a thunderstorm roll through too.
Honestly, this bit of advice from the report says it all. This is not the night for a nice walk down by the river. It's pretty much the perfect excuse for a cozy night in.
And before we switch gears, I just had to share this. It's a little bit of local humor from the source material, and you know what? It feels just a little too real for our town, doesn't it?
Okay, with the forecast all set, let's go ahead and open up our little time capsule. What else was going on in the world on this date, April 3rd, in years past?
So on this day, we've got 3 really different moments in history. The birth of a famous nature writer, the legendary start of the Pony Express, and, get this, an event with a fantastic local connection right here on the Mississippi.
Let's dig into these a little deeper. So way back in 1860, the very first Pony Express started its run, which, completely changed how information traveled. Then in 1837, the nature writer John Burroughs was born. But check this out. In 1958, the Minnesota Centennial Showboat pulled into St. Paul, and our source confirms that this amazing floating theater later made stops right here in Hastings. How cool is that? And all that really leaves us with this one final thought. From urgent news delivered by horseback to a whole theater that floated down the river to our docks, what are the stories from our town's past that make you really appreciate the Hastings we all live in today? Something to think about on this classic April day. Stay warm and dry out there, everyone.